Instagram account out of there, figure out what's going on with their life, and they give them a call, talk to them a little bit, and let them know that I'm not here to just stalk them. I am here to help.
Because I was just really thinking that right now. So, AKA stalker status.
Yeah.
Right?
Stalker say hashtag stalking, hashtag selling homes.
Boom.
Same
So
thing.
you reveal
So-
a little bit about them when you call them.
Yes,
I
yes.
get those calls too.
That's what I like to do. I'm like, hey, I like your beard, and I can sell your house. Like, whoa, that's a little weird. No. So,
What you got today, man? I know you usually drop us with some great news content.
I never knew that journalism is apparently my new passion.
We found a new calling.
Yeah, I have a new calling. I'm gonna be on CNN next, so
Good
when
morning,
they call me
Mark.
up to the
Good
big
morning.
leagues, or whichever news outlet's real news. That's what I'm gonna be.
Alright.
Keeping a real network, whatever that one is. So
So what you got?
if they pay me enough, I'll spread some fake news too.
I thought all of it was fake news.
Oh, so here comes the good news. So this
Alright.
is a fun one.
We making our own news.
Yeah.
Our own platform.
We are the
Our own
news.
We
section.
are the news.
We are the news. No, so here's the deal. So today, this is historic news, by the way. So the news, it might be counter.
Okay.
Yeah, either way.
Alright.
So today, in 1919,
1919.
prohibition went into effect.
Okay.
That's crazy. And so it speaks big to me right now with the government shutdown, and then with, of course, the legalization of marijuana across the country, just different avenues like that. And so I found that to be a big deal because with that, do you know today, how much alcohol do you think the average American consumes annually?
Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell us.
Per drink. Just take a guess. Come on, give me a guess.
Per drink. Should we have our guess?
One cup is a drink, whatever.
I'd say at least a drink a day.
Okay, so 365. You're shooting low.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
We're shooting low.
Yeah.
So the average
Go ahead,
person
The average person consumes
500.
500 adult.
500.
500 adult beverage. Chad, you got it? No.
I cheated.
500.
I cheated.
So
if
the
you're not cheating,
average adult consumes 500 drinks annually. The average adult. So when prohibition went into effect, what was the cost? Well, organized crime was born. Rum runners were born. The state of New York immediately lost 75% of its revenue, its tax revenue, because it was alcohol. The federal government lost $11 billion and then spent hundreds of millions more fighting rum runners and speakeasies. Does it sound like anything today? Like
Marijuana.
it's kind of
Right.
interesting, right?
Yeah.
And then we have states like Colorado that legalized it, and now they're all uber billionaires, rebuilding their airports. Money is not a problem.
Right.
It just that was just to learn from our past
Right.
mistakes.
Right.
Anyway, so I found that very interesting for multiple reasons. On to celebrity news. This is a new one. Yeah, you're like, what? Celebrity news.
Went from that to this. Okay,
So,
cool, let's go.
So, my girlfriend and I'm not the celebrity, so we confuse here. My girlfriend and I have been together since July. Okay?
Congratulations.
And, some would say we move fast, slow. I think it's all relative to what's going on here. With the combination up here, that's the truth too. And yet, Chris Pratt has stepped up the game because he met his woman, Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, in July of 2018, and they are now engaged. What do you think about that?
So, I did the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so personally,
speak
yeah,
on that.
so-
Is that too fast?
I think you march to the beat of your own drum, right? Is again, we talked about feelings, vibes, and energy, and so I think when things click and you know.
That's true.
Yeah, so
When you know, you know.
when you know, you know.
And hey, things don't always work out,
Right.
Just live your life. It's a fluid thing.
Right.
2 times divorce, holla. No. All right. So last and not least, for sure, Chad, actually, you say you're not the journalism guy, and yet you threw this one at me, and I had no idea. This is also the 1-year anniversary this month
It is.
of gender pay equality.
Gender equality, yeah.
Yeah,
Equal pay.
in Iceland, right?
In Iceland.
So
in
how's that
Iceland.
going?
So looks like it's going well. They've actually been ranked top country to actually in regards to equal pay, gender equal pay.
Top
So-
country to be a woman in?
Yeah. So
Working.
and so these companies that are in Iceland, if they have 25 or more employees, they have to obtain a certification just stating that they do have equal pay on gender. So they evaluate the job, they evaluate the responsibilities, and then they make sure that they're paid equally on those jobs. So hands up, or applaud to Iceland in that regards.
They clap. They golf clap too at that. So that's the news segment. The market, of course, has not changed dramatically from yesterday to today. So I've got no new updates. However, I did want to say, there's the housing forecast. People are talking about rising and falling interest rates.
Mhm.
Listen, people are buying homes. People are selling homes. Real estate never sleeps. Shouldn't sleep. It's the best thing you guys can do with your money. You can park it somewhere. You can have somebody pay your mortgage off for you, aka investor. You have a tenant. And of course, if your house burns down, blows away, falls over, insurance pays for it. Land does not grow. Hawaii, volcano eruptions. That's very rare. So land does not go anywhere. So keep buying real estate, people. That's my market update. Keep buying real estate. Also 210-319-0569 at phams210 and Patrick or phams at kw.com if you would like to learn more about the buying a house or selling a house. That's my own shout out. That's the first one I did there.
Did y'all get that? I don't know.
Yeah, go back and rewind it. phams@kw.com. All that. So, hashtag selling South Texas.
I'm gonna give away a bunch
Ooh, I love this.
Ooh, I love it.
So the creator and producer has just given us, we're giving away a book
We're
today.
giving away this book.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do for this
How
giveaway?
you gonna earn
of them. You gotta like, subscribe, share.
it? Ooh, so here's, okay
All
guys, that's
right.
the challenge. So, whoever likes the YouTube, I need some likes. I need to see it on Facebook. I need to see it on every avenue. Likes. I'd also like to see you guys private message us and say you desire this book. And if you don't ask for it, you can't have it. What do you say? Closed mouth don't get fed?
Closed mouth don't get fit, man. This looks like some good
Let me
stuff.
check that out. I saw this the other day on Facebook,
Yeah.
I think. Oh, it was this gentleman. Co-creator of Chicken Soup for the Soul. By the way, if you guys want to know how to grow yourself, what did we say before? If you're not growing,
You're done.
you're dying.
Yeah.
So reading and educating yourself is definitely a great way to do that, to help not only yourself but those around you. Because
Leaders
you
or
have to
readers.
expand on the inside in order to
Yes.
expand everything on the outside.
Yes.
So anyhow, you guys, if you're interested in Jack Canfield, the success principles, how to get from where you are to where you desire to be,
Like, subscribe to our Facebook page. Detail did it.
and by the way, the
Podcast.
first person to call in today,
You may actually get it.
we'll just get it. 210-538-8377. You call in today, the book's yours. Done deal.
Oh.
Write it up.
Who's going?
Write it up. All right. So with that said, that was fun. I enjoyed that. I like giving things away. So where are we going at next? I know we got a special guest.
So we have a special guest who actually works for Builder Boost, head of marketing here in San Antonio for Builder Boost, and so we're going to bring her on the show. She has a lot of valuable content to share. I think primarily to new construction and our realtor community. Their company actually serves as a bridge between the two. So she's going to share kind of what the services they offer and the benefits of actually using or tapping into Builder Boost. So can't wait to have her on.
So helping realtors,
Mm-hmm.
helping people,
Helping people.
new construction,
All
which is running the market right now. Thank goodness. I don't know if y'all have heard, there's less homes for sale than there typically are. However, I say typically, it's been this way for a long time. I'm gonna fix this issue in a moment. Technical difficulties. Either way though, we've had lower inventory, and so thank goodness for folks like you, companies like yours, and you as well for helping to stimulate the economy, the local real estate economy, or
Right.
national for that matter.
Right.
So without further ado,
Delana Kessler.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And
Absolutely.
thank you for the little shout outs on the show. I appreciate it. And you did a really good job kind of explaining. But I like that.
Thank you.
We bridge the gap between real estate realtors and home builders. So I run marketing and sales here in San Antonio. Builder Boost has been in San Antonio for about 2 years now, and I think it's important to kind of show like the reason why we started Builder Boost. But for one, I used to work for a home builder, and when I worked in marketing for a home builder, I loved that role. Kind of moved into online sales, and then eventually was a sales counselor, just like Chad, out in a model home. And in those roles, when I was in online sales, I worked leads for months, kind of like, I imagine realtors would do the same. It can take months
the
to...
average is 5.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's about
When they
right.
come in a web lead, they're 5 months out.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great, but it was my first real commission job. So it's like working those leads for months, and then you finally get your commission. But then I had all my realtor relationships, and so they would call and say, "Hey, I have a client coming in this weekend. What do you got? I need to find this." And I'm like, course. And we had like 20 communities. So I just kind of scour all over inventory and help that realtor set an appointment and come in on Monday and we got a deal. And I'm like, gosh, that's such a great way to like build relationships and have them keep coming back. So the idea of Builder Boost kind of started there. Like, why can't we have this service where realtors know that there's one centralized place that they could call or come to, and we would help them with all of the home builders, all of the new home inventory. And so I tell that story because I think it's important to know that everyone actually in our company has worked in real estate or worked for a home builder. So we understand like the pain points of both sides. And also because we know that without realtors, without having them drive traffic and coming in and bringing their clients, we would be in a lot of trouble for as far as home builders.
And thank you, and I'm glad you brought that up. That brings to my attention as a realtor, and there are some builders that it seems like they don't want to work with us. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's smart because realtors talk, and we have a lot of relationships with realtors that they say like, man, I mean, where's the trust if you can't trust your client to go in? And we know things happen, and a realtor might call the sales counselor and say, hey, I've got someone coming in, I can't be there, but they're on the way in. There needs to be that level of trust. Otherwise, they're not going to bring traffic back. They're not going to bring their clients back.
And of course, as
Barry
like
Homes has over 93%
realtor relations,
realtor relationships on contracts closed in
Nice.
2018.
And,
noise. All right,
Yes.
noise. Noise.
and everything that we built has been from realtor feedback, but the number one question we get is how much does it cost for our services and what we provide realtors? It's completely free for realtors. So it's the builder that's investing in this system for it to work. So I really feel like we've got, 15, 16 home builders signed up in San Antonio, and the ones that are investing into their realtor relationships and what we provide, they're not gonna turn away realtors. You know what I mean? They're gonna do the right thing.
So now, how do you get the list? Because as a realtor, we use a system called multiple listing service, and that's where we upload our homes. And there are many builders that are listing with different realtors and putting them up on the multiple listing service so they can be seen. And yet, I have found myself in I want to call it a predicament per se, and yet it's predicament because I had to work harder than I desired to. So, I'm looking around, I'm looking at what's on there, and then I might get out to a new builder community, and I'm finding out, oh, there's like 17 other inventory homes. I only knew about this one that kind of didn't fit my client's needs, and so we didn't even go there at first, and I might have wasted 3 weeks. So, what do you do to help that situation?
That's a good question. So there's basically 3 ways that we can save realtors time and have it all in one place. But the first tool is, the inventory. So I'll talk about inventory. Every week we send an email to our builders, and it's time to send in your inventory. And every week they all send us their inventory homes from frame stage and on. So they send it in, we take all that data and compile it into one Excel spreadsheet. And since it's Excel, you can filter by number of bedrooms, stories, zip codes, even school districts, even high school. So if they we really need to be in Harlan High School, sort by Harlan. And it's listed by price point. So right there, they're looking at really the most comprehensive list, because on MLS, there's several ways. Every builder is going to be a little different on how they get into MLS and what they're putting into MLS and when they're putting it into MLS.
Yes.
So
Tell me about it.
if we can collect it frame stage beyond, you know that you truly are looking at the most comprehensive list of inventory, and it's updated weekly. There's no sign up required. A realtor goes to our website, says generate inventory list, and it's an email that you receive with an Excel file.
So would you recommend, maybe still, you said it's updated weekly, and so the planner in me says maybe call those builders still just a quick heads up just to double check. If it's a Thursday, for instance, just to confirm that it's there, but otherwise it's pretty dang accurate.
Right, and phone numbers are listed for all of the inventory homes,
Awesome.
and every builder is different. So they might have their online sales listed, they might have the actual sales counselor's phone number listed, but there will be a point of contact. If you're still not finding what I'm looking for, my number's on everything, so you can always call me to verify. But the second way that we help realtors is the online concierge system. So yes, a realtor can go through and find the information that they're looking at inventory, but they're like, am I missing anything?
Right.
I just want to double check. they could go, and we're finding that realtors will most likely do download the inventory first, and then they'll go to the online concierge. So it's an online form, mobile friendly, your name, brokerage, phone number, email, what do your clients need in your own words, and we take that and we shoot it out to all of our home builders in that area and say, do you have a match? Do you have this 4-bedroom, master bedroom down, must close by May? Do you have it? If you do, reach out to this realtor. So that most likely will put you in touch with the sales counselors or the online sales consultant.
Do either of you guys have a towel? My mind just got blown. I need to clean up. That was nice. That was real nice. I like that.
So the concierge service, because I've actually had an opportunity to contact or reach out and build relationships with realtors prior to actually meeting them via that concierge service. And so, I mean, it's almost immediately, and you have these on sites that are more than willing to serve the realtor community and make sure that we help you with your clients. And so the concierge service is definitely huge. It's accurate. It kind of pinpoints it down to the area, the location, demographic that you're looking for. And so I think there's a way of really streamlining that search and saving time. Time is our biggest asset, right? So you're going to save a lot of time by doing that.
Yeah, time is our business. Time is
Right.
money.
Right.
Time is money, and money I ain't got, so I need more time. So back to Builder Boost. How'd you guys start? Like when did you start? Where did you start?
So we started in Austin, and our owner, Kim Gully, she, same path kind of as I went. She was a manager of online sales. She did land. She worked for a home builder for years.
I think Kim Gully and I are Facebook friends. By the
Really?
way, on the
She's
whole FB.
amazing. So she, same idea. Like she knew that there was something missing. That it's too difficult for a realtor to get their hands on new construction and get what they need. Most realtors aren't going to know. Hey, you're looking for a home in New Braunfels. These are all the builders. They don't shop. You don't find homes by builder name.
Mhm.
You're looking in an area and a price point and all that. So why is it that difficult for a realtor to start their search? So she had this idea and put it together, put it into place, just one builder at a time in Austin. And I want to say they have over 30 home builders and developers in Austin.
It's truly a genius product in a genius way because, you know, early on in my career, and I mean it really still today, you know, how different sales counselors, which I respect that, they're asking for business, and yet they're like, you know, bring your people here. And I'm like, you know, I will. Or they're like, hey, we have a bonus, bring them here. And I'm like, that's cool, but you're on the northwest side and they want to live on the northeast side. So like, I can't just steer them over there. By the way, steering, totally illegal. So I can't just steer them over there based on my commission, especially. That's unethical. And also just based on the fact that I have a good relationship with the sales counselor. Like, hey, you know, Chad, this time you want to go live by Chad. I know you work over off Randolph Air Force Base. However, you want to live with it by Chad.
Right.
Because Chad and I are real tight. You know? And so I'm glad that you guys have that as a resource because that was what would hinder me from any of that knowledge at first. And when I first got into business about 10 years ago, it was whatever came up on MLS.
Right.
And at that time, there were even less builders on that.
Yeah.
And so it was just, somebody would come back and be like, hey, what's up with this building? I'm like, I don't even know. Let me
Yeah.
Right.
brace myself.
That's kind of a big component of what we're trying to do, and we always refer back to, like, we're trying to provide a community, right? We're bringing realtors and new home sales counselors together, but by providing all of the resources and tools they need, but not only that, is we're truly trying to connect those relationships of bringing realtors to Chad. 'Cause I know Chad's going to invite him out, and he's going to connect, because that's what you're good at, and most sales counselors, that's their niche, right? Is building relationships. So if we can bring them together and give them the education, the resources, the tools, help build those relationships, it's going to make them more confident when they're talking to buyers. Because if they don't know where to find it, they don't know about how builders set themselves apart, more likely when their client is like, hey, I'm looking for a home, they're probably not having the conversation of new homes because they don't know where to start. So if we
Right.
can provide them with everything that they need to empower them, then it's going to be like, okay, that's, you know, this is a lot easier, and they get more comfortable having those conversations.
Yes.
So Delaney, I know we talked about concierge service, but there's also some other neat things that Builder Boost does. And there's actually a way for realtors to get a little cash in your pocket.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
So it's called Missions, and the idea of Missions was born because Kim's brilliant mind said, how can we improve realtor luncheons? It hasn't really changed over the decades. There's a model home that needs some traffic. Let's feed the realtors, bring them out, give them a presentation. But what happens is, you get 30, 40 realtors all at one time, and then they're sitting and eating. It's hard for a Chad to make his way around the room and actually connect with these realtors. So they leave there, and you're just hoping, like, man, I hope they tell somebody about my community. I hope this, stayed in their mind.
Yeah.
So how can we improve that? How can we take the builder's marketing dollars and invest in something that will work better? And for both parties. So both parties meaning the realtor and the sales counselor and the builder. So we started these things called a mission. So a builder says, hey, Callison Ranch, like I would like to have a mission here. And I'm like, okay. So we start these applications where we ask realtors, do you want to go on a mission? We ask them a series of questions, kind of get to know them.
It's all Mission Impossible looking.
Yeah,
and
the
everything.
music is like Mission Impossible music.
Should you choose to accept it?
Exactly. So it's fun. They fill it out and they leave kind of their Instagram, their Facebook, LinkedIn links so we can check them out. And then we pass them on back to Perry Homes, and Perry Homes will look at it and say, okay, I would like these 15 agents to go on a mission. So we go back and we tell the agent, you've been handpicked by our builder panel to go on a mission. Here's your assignment. And so the assignment is for them to go out to the community, take some photos, do a social media post, and to do a video, whether that's live or their own, professional video or however. You get all kinds of videos. Point is, videos get better
Right.
reviews. Yeah.
Right.
And then a very big component was to have a sit down with the sales counselor and get to know the community, right? So when it's all done, so what that's done is for the builder, that one realtor is putting on their social sphere all about Callison Ranch, and more likely than telling one person from a luncheon, it's going to tell hundreds, potentially thousands of people on their social sphere for now 15 agents, right? And then for that realtor, they're like, man, I've been wanting to go live, or I've been wanting to do video, but I feel like I don't have a compelling reason. And so they're getting a week in advance going, I've been hand selected by Perry Homes to do this. And it's a job. You're getting paid when you've completed your mission $100 to do it.
And it's really an endorsement in itself. I mean, it's
Right.
literally it. You're getting paid, so that becomes like it's your own endorsement.
Right.
It's your own
Because
endorsement.
I know a lot of realtors are always in search like, man, I don't have any content to post. Well, here it is, right?
Yeah.
So you tap into Builder Boost, and you have inventory, you have fully furnished stage models that you have this unlimited content that you can go in, and now you can put that, as Delana put it, your social fear and fear.
Depending on how you
And,
steer,
yeah.
you might fear them. I don't know.
But I think that's really creative because it's now allowing those realtors to get content, great content, new homes, staged homes. It's hard to kind of find.
And I gotta say,
Right.
guys, shout out to Source Success. Other agents have realized, and Icon Coaching, my other job, we teach agents that stuff. And I'm so glad to hear that you guys push people to do that, because people don't know the action steps that they need to take. And it's
Right.
funny that you say that, because we all have plenty of content. Like literally, you can walk out. I'm gonna give you guys some free game right now, so go ahead and get your pen and your papers handy. If you really have a buyer and you can't find what they're looking for, go stand in the middle of a neighborhood that they want to live in and go live and make a video about that, and let that targeted community through a Facebook ad strategy know that you have buyers looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,910 square feet, yada yada yada. They have these kids that desire this school district and that. Have you yourself considered selling? Because right now you might just be
Right.
sitting on a mountain of gold that'll make you move.
Right.
And also, by the way, I have a great new construction homes. If you guys are looking to move out of where you're at now and get into something new, there's content right there based off the fact that you have nothing.
Right. That's
So
a great idea.
there's your game. There's
Yeah.
your game.
I'm gonna write that
Fix
down.
this.
Dropping
Write it down.
One other thing I want to add about the missions is what I found so interesting and really speaks volume is when the realtors are done with their missions, they do an exit survey and they ask questions like, what did you think about the community? What did you like? What did you think of the sales counselor? The overall experience. And the answer that came back the most of what they valued the most from the mission was the relationship made with the sales counselor. And it all comes back to what we were saying of like trying to connect people together, because by having that sit down, they would have never had that at the luncheon, right? And they're learning, and they see like the Chads of they're the new home experts. They know what's going on in your neighborhood. They know about the schools, the programs, what developments, the roads. So they're providing the agent with all this information so they can speak more confidently about it. And not only that, they're able to sit down and educate that realtor on this is what makes Highland Homes different. Like this is how you handle our incentives, and this is what makes us different. And in the construction process, whatever. Same thing with Perry. All of our home builders are having sit downs and educating that agent and making connections. You know, so it's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
And it is the relationships, by the way. So I'm glad that you guys are fostering those, because that is a big part of it is trust, not just relationship, trust, which is one of the pillars of a relationship. Trust, you know, and because there's a lot of counselors, and I'm going to speak negatively, that I just don't trust. You know, I could tell. I don't know what the case is, and I'm sure it might go back the other way too. And I'm thinking about it. You know, you might feel like you have this relationship with the realtor, and the next thing you know. What's up? You sold my house right next to my community. Matter of fact, in my community with that other builder. How does that make you feel sometimes? Do you feel like you don't trust us or something happened?
I mean, you really have to. Yeah, I mean, you really have to burn that trust. And I think again, it's kind of like that the vibes that you pick up, the red flags that you pick up, certain questions or certain things that they actually say. To where it's like, man, I'm raising my eyebrow at you,
Right.
Really, and so I think it's through those conversations and kind of the rapport building that you kind of gather that and figure out, oh man, can I move forward? Can I build a organic relationship with this person who is beneficial to all in that regard? So
I mean, it's funny when I think about that trust with the builder and with the sales counselor. My big thing is that they can educate my clients, steer them in the right direction based on what my clients need. And me, unlike some other agents, and I'm sure you deal with this day in and day out, and it's plenty like me, I prefer you to talk about your product. When I bring somebody there, I'm going to step back.
You see, it's not always.
I don't know. You know more than I do.
I'm glad you say that because it's not always. Yeah, it's not always like
I don't
that.
know nothing.
Yeah.
I know the general info. I know how to negotiate, and I will. However, prior to that, you're going to talk about the house. So
It's not always like that. You wouldn't expect me to come into your home, right, and tell you all about your house.
Right. No.
Right. So.
Or coming to my listing appointment.
Yeah.
And
So
tell them how to market a home and sell it and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, the model home. Yes, it is a place of work, place of business, but it is our home, and so who knows it better than us?
Yeah.
And so, but you'll be surprised. I'm actually glad you said that, Patrick, because you'll be surprised. There are certain realtors out there. It's like, no, I got it. Don't talk to my client. We'll let you know if we have any questions. But I'm like, man, okay, then you tell me how large is this home?
Tell me.
You tell me everything about this, and so we're here to partner with the realtor community. We're not here to take your clients. I know I'm not personally. We're here to partner with you. That way you can be a better service to the clientele and they can make a well-informed decision before purchasing a home versus just taking them from home to home to home. And by the time that you finish, they've seen 15 homes because you haven't taken the time to actually sit down and educate them or sit down and get the things that they're looking for. And so they kind of make a decision based off fatigue. They make a decision fatigue. So you don't want to put your client in that position. You're bringing them out to a model. We are on sites for a reason. We are sales professionals, sales counselors for a reason. So just give us an opportunity to talk about our product and see if that's the best fit for your client. Since you're bringing them out there anyway, let's make the best use of the time.
Absolutely. And so, Delaney, so you guys are in Austin. You're in San Antonio, and I'm assuming everywhere in between.
Yeah,
in a sense, the corridor.
New Braunfels is the San Antonio cutoff, and then everything north of New Braunfels would be in the Austin page with the book. I didn't even get to the book yet.
Whoa! Talk about the book.
But we're also growing into Houston, Dallas this year. So
Awesome.
Nice,
That's
nice.
exactly where I was going with that. I was
Nice.
curious because if that's such a well, this is amazing is the point. And so where else do you? I mean, you get going out of Texas. Are you guys gonna take this everywhere?
we are set up. We definitely could.
Awesome. Realtors need you.
Yes.
I know this.
Awesome. Well, Delaney, thank you so much. Now, is there a way for people to reach out to you?
Wait,
contact
she has to
you?
tell us about the book.
Oh, the book.
The
All
book.
right.
And also pause.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh.
mark this moment in history.
We have not got that call yet.
I remembered something. Over this guy.
The non-ADD
The
guy.
non-ADD guy.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, hold on. So
But we do have to bring this book back into play because we're still waiting on that phone call.
So I
who's
tried the
responsible?
phone
Hold your
number
breath, I guess.
yesterday.
Did
I
you try?
swear, and somebody named Daniel answered. So, and I even like, I had to
Oh.
play it back.
No, you got it right. Daniel's right. Daniel works here.
Oh, where's
Yeah.
Daniel?
Yeah, there you go. He's not here right now. However, true story. Yeah, so no, that makes sense. You got the right number. You got the right number.
Okay.
Can you read it out again? One more time.
210-538-8377. All you really have to do is just dial that number and this book is yours.
The book is yours.
It's craziness.
Who wants free content?
I know.
I saw Patrick.
If you don't want it,
on
you're
there,
dying.
Banks. He
All right,
wants
who's in? I
bucks.
see.
P. Willie.
Carmen, Terry,
P. Will Banks. Shout out to
Mo,
Realty
Sherby.
One
What's up,
Membership.
Sherby? Good morning, Cindy.
Shout out to everybody.
Yeah,
shout out to
everybody
everybody on
that is
Derek's
watching. Thank you
page.
so much for tuning
Shout out
in.
to YouTube. Holla at your boys, hashtags, ats, and all the things in between. What do we got over there? So what's up with this book?
Okay, so the book was kind of born when we started making these clients, these builder clients, and they're sending in their marketing flyers. So
Okay.
so think of what you normally see on your Realty Pack. It's a publication that's dropped off at the brokerages, and they have all of the incentives that are going on. So instead of having a publication, we're like, let's make it digital because that's what we're all about. And so it's a digital book, and it's a live link. So every time we make changes to it, every week we update it. It's listed by builder, so it'll have all of our partner builders. You click on it, and it'll have what incentives they have going on. So that includes incentives for your buyer and incentives for the realtor, any special events, CE classes that are going on. So it's this colored flyer, and you know you're not looking at something old,
Yeah.
because even if it's like a weekend special that the builder's offering, we can go in and pull the flyer, put something else in. So we want to make sure that you're not looking at an old promotion.
Awesome.
But
That's always great.
Well,
Reminds
that's
me,
it.
reminds me of my favorite company, Zillow. Shout out to Zillow with all of their awesome, accurate information. Not. Yeah.
And we added a resource in there for realtors. And one of the questions that we had was, well, we know you don't have all the builders.
Right.
And you're like, you're right. So the inventory you're looking at is all of our partner builders only. But first and foremost, we want to be a resource to realtors. So in the book, the last link is all the San Antonio new home communities. So you click on it, it'll have listed by area. Like, so you can click on Bulverde, and it's going to give you every home builder that's currently selling, the community name, the zip code, the price point, and it has a link to go directly to that builder's site.
That's awesome.
So right there, if you have a client that's looking in Bernie, you're like, boom, Bernie, here's all the builders with their price points. So price points are listed. And you can narrow down your search of like, well, they want to stay under 400. So really, these 5 price points and builders would apply. Everything with an asterisk is builder boost partner builders, so you know their inventory would be listed on our spreadsheet. Everyone else, they would just click on it and do their own research. And I keep saying like everything that we've created is based off of realtor feedback, and it truly is. A realtor said, man, I wish we had a list of every USDA loan eligible community. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta look it up, I gotta find the address, and then, or rely on the community signage, so that sometimes they'll have it out. So we're like, you know what, we can do that. Every quarter we update that list of new home communities in San Antonio. So everything highlighted on that list is technically USDA loan eligible. And we teach a lot of workshops to realtors, and we tell them like, this is all information you can market. Like if you were marketing yourself as a realtor that new homes are your niche, why not tell them like you have this list of every single new home community that's USDA loan eligible. You have a list of over 1,300 new construction homes in San Antonio, or maybe you focus in Helotes. You have a list in Helotes for you, so you can market that list. Builders are not going to say no. Don't do any extra marketing.
No, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
No. Like Kevin Hart voice.
Yeah. That's awesome material. I mean, you have to be the expert. You're the expert as a realtor. These clients, they're looking at you, they're trusting you to guide them in the right direction because they don't know you know. And so,
True.
more
True.
tools you have in that tool belt.
So we get to guide our clients. So it's like we pour into them our information. And the good news is we got Builder Boost to pour into us that information. So we got some good information to trickle down. I love that.
I love it.
Trickle down knowledge.
Yes. I love
Yes. Yes. You guys are actually changing the game. I mean, I really still need a towel. From my mind getting blown for real over here. Like, I'm just bleeding out my ears. That was some good stuff. And by the way, guys, you still haven't called in, so I'm gonna remember that. I may not. You guys actually know I'm not gonna remember that.
All right, so
Lies.
I see a bunch of people right now looking. Who wants the book? Who wants the book?
They're
For a
like,
way to win the book.
I don't wanna
please.
read.
I know I don't want to read. Go to our Detail Did It podcast Facebook page. Like, share, comment. Also, we have a YouTube channel. You want to shout that one out? No.
Sure. No.
No?
Yes.
Yes? Maybe so.
Maybe so. It's one of those mornings right now. I see the Facebook here. I see the Facebook there. I see the YouTube there. It's the Detail Did It podcast.
It's the Detail
That's
Did It
all you got.
podcast.
That's all you got to search for is the Detail Did It podcast.
The Realty and Reality Show. So, guys, comment, like, share, follow. There we go.
Behind
There we
the
go. We're
scenes.
live for a chance to win this awesome book. So,
Yes, and then maybe I'm just gonna throw out a theory here. Maybe they desire it on Audibles or something. They're like, I don't want to read.
oh, that's what it is.
I desire it on Audible. Maybe that's what the case is. Well, sorry, folks, you're getting a book, okay? Read it,
Old school.
okay? You guys can dog ear it, go back and forth, and then maybe in the future, somebody actually calls my phone here at 210-538-8377 during the show. Might just get you an Audible something, not a big deal. Not a big deal, you non-reading mother truckers. No.
Awesome. Well, Delana, it's been a pleasure having you on the
Thank
show.
you.
Thank you.
Any leaving words, any ways of realtors, on-sites, anyone, is there any way of them getting in touch with you? Do you have a Facebook? Do you have
Yeah,
Instagram?
so if you're a realtor or a home builder, builderboost.com, click on San Antonio, get you to me. We also have our Facebook page, Instagram, but we have if you're on Facebook, a private group. You have to be a realtor or a home builder to be in the group, and it's, again, a way to bring in community, get your messages out. It is a long one. It's New Home Builders and Realtors of San Antonio. So it's a little long.
They sound like
but-
the Real Housewives of Orange County.
Yeah.
Right.
Home builders and
Isn't there
realtors
one in
of
San Antonio?
San Antonio.
Started
So we're
filming
gonna start a real
it.
reality show. There's a lot of
Awesome.
content there.
I love that. So you got the website. Is there a phone number to reach you guys at?
My phone number, or you can email me, Delana@builderboost.com. It's pretty easy. Facebook, if the Facebook private group's too long, Builder Boost San Antonio Facebook page, our group's listed in there as well. And I run all of our social media, so message me, it's me.
I love it. I love it. Well, this has been another installment of the Realty and Reality Show, episode 6. We had the Builder Boost as our guest, the Builder Boost, with the wonderful, the delightful, as alliteration, delightful Delana.
Delightful.
Say that 5 times fast.
And so we're gonna sign off as we always do. This time I'll start it. You finish it. Aloha
Mahalo
and everything.
in between.
We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
That was fun. You guys are hilarious.
We do what we can with what we have.
Stop.
I don't know how to stop this one. I shall, though. Hello. What do you press? This one? Nope. This one? Nope. Turn it this way?
We got a lot of
Nope.
viewers.
Close it?
What you doing?
Trying to end it? Nope. I'm just gonna close
Turn
it.
it. Turn it vertical. Turn it vertical.
I did that. I did this.
Orientation lock.
I think you just
Swipe it down
Where was the
from the
camera?
top.